voice sounds like shit.
You know, sound like you smell.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of When It Rains, It Pours. I'm Keith Ray.
I'm taika, watiti. Me, Caucasian X.
Yeah, and we're coming to you live here from the shootings at 56th Street. The worst apartment company in Indianapolis. They go by the Landings, but it's really like fucking living on a goddamn decommissioned shooting range. Where, you know how like when they tell the people it's no longer a shooting range, but all the hillbillies in the area still go there to unload their, what is that called?
Their dick.
No,
they come all over
their arsenal.
The mounds of dirt.
Yeah, lead cum.
No, actual cum.
No, we're being held here against our will, John. You know, the lease was going to be up on the glorious 9/11. Never forget. And it told us that we got to stay until or at least got to pay to stay until the 29th of September. Because
I haven't stayed here in like 9 months.
I know that. But I was ready to get the fuck out of here.
All my crap that I don't want to move out of here is forced to stay.
Yeah, you've got...
Against its will.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Actually, I could probably just move all my stuff whenever I want.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy.
You could. But me, who was ready to start on the next phase of his life, his journey, get the fuck out of here.
Move into a dumpster.
I'm not gonna, okay, for people who don't know, when John came over this afternoon, well, nobody would know. Nobody else is here.
Some people are in spirit.
The people, I was watching a video on YouTube.
How to make homes out of garbage bins.
Well, it was just a strange home, like, kind of survey. Like, it was going to show a house where all the windows were circles. And then it was going to show a house that was like made out of clay, and it looked like you travel from room to room in slides and stuff. So it's got stairways to go up, but when you're coming down, you can just take a slide. So
somebody made a house based on the game Chutes and Ladders.
Yeah, pretty much. There was one for you. There was a dog-shaped house, and it even had an outhouse for like the bathroom and stuff that was a fire hydrant. Pretty good.
No,
but the guy that lived there, he was like, clearly I like dogs, you know? He looked like he
clearly
liked to fuck dogs.
Are probably a serial killer. Or have very bad mental issues.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody that's having their home showcased on the Weird Homes show is is with it all the way, you know? But I just wanted to move into my camper and start fixing up my camper. You know, start building the equity of my camper. And now I've got to put that all on hold for another 19 days because they said that we had to give notice to move out 60 days in advance. 2 months. They don't even have to give 60 days in advance to evict somebody.
What's the point of the lease then?
Yeah.
The lease ends
the arrangement.
When it ends. If I haven't signed a new one,
then clearly
that means I'm leaving.
Yeah. So, apparently their rule is they must automatically assume that you want to continue to stay if you don't let them know. And also, but they have a rule to cover that too. So say you did not come in and sign a new lease, they wouldn't kick you out. They would start charging you the non-lease price, which is $3,400 a month to live in a shooting gallery. Or as they put it, 3 times the rent. And I was like, 3 times the rent? Well, the rent is like $850. Right? So 3 times $850 would be $2,550. So they're not good at math either. So $3,400 and $2,550 is the same amount. Now, I'm going to get into the problem that the shootings at 56th, landings at 56th, if you want to get on Yelp, has here with math, because the 60-day mark to move out on what according to them was our move out date of the 10th of September would have been the 10th of July, 2 months, 60 days in advance. But they didn't tell us that we needed to let them know if we're moving out until the 13th. So that we were already in breach of the rule, of the 60-day rule, when they reached out to us to let us know that our move-out date was the 10th, or that exorbitant rent would take into effect. But then it closes with, come by and let us know that you're moving out at your, I believe it was, at your nearest leisure. Or no, earliest. At your earliest leisure.
Jesus Christ, can you not read?
Well, earliest, nearest, it looked kind of similar.
No, it shouldn't.
Well,
do you need glasses?
Well, I just kind of scribbled it down. But I wanted to get those words
earliest
exactly.
And nearest.
At your earliest leisure, okay? Because we're going to get into semantics, okay? So put your fucking John A. Ray fucking Esquire hat on. Because this is going to get logistical.
First of all,
I've gone off the
I already
fucking
told
deep
you
end.
I'm taika watiti.
Okay. You changed... you.
Yeah, I identify as an extremely successful movie director.
But he's Asian.
No, he's not. He's South African.
Oh, I thought
and
by his name that he was Asian. It sounds like an Asian name to me.
Well, that's because you're stupid. You think earliest and nearest are similar words.
Let's get back to this. Okay, so earliest and nearest. It's important.
Nobody puts Korg in a corner. Okay?
What are you talking about?
I'm identify as a highly successful director. And you don't just get to change the fucking topic on me.
I'm not changing the
I
topic.
changed the topic on you.
I'm trying to get through what.
And then I say, "Hey, mate."
Oh, don't with the accent now.
I'm South African, mate. Hey, new Doug. What you never seen any of the Avengers movies?
No, I'm not a superhero movie.
It's the dude that did Jojo Rabbit. You seen that, haven't you?
Is that about the little Hitler boy?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Well, like I said, you're stupid.
I've heard good things though about the Jojo Rabbit film. It takes a really brilliant filmmaker to make a movie about a little boy's imaginary best friend being Hitler and everybody love it, as opposed to everybody being like, I can't believe.
Well, here's what I like.
His imaginary Hitler was a nice guy.
And what I identify with is in Thor Ragnarok, he's an alien gladiator that's basically made out of rocks.
Okay.
He befriends Thor.
The guy with the hammer. I'm familiar.
The god of thunder. And then he's just fucking really funny in that. And then he's in the Infinity War and Endgame too.
That's a pretty impressive resume. So these bitches over at the office, our landlords, and I'm not calling them bitches because they're female. I'm calling them bitches because they're weak-hearted, bad people. Punk-ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with whether or not they got a split tail or a fucking thorny chode, okay? I don't know what their genitals look like. I'm assuming typical female genitals with like lots of warts and pussy amalgamations around the labia. That's neither here nor there.
You're fucking
These
gross,
fucking
dude.
bitches they're costing me hundreds of dollars, okay? Because they said in an email, come by and deal with this at your earliest convenience. I'm sorry, your earliest leisure.
Oh, convenience and leisure.
Well, leisure.
They look the same when you write on an envelope.
Look.
In marker.
I'm hot, so I misspoke. But they're your earliest leisure, which has no sense of urgency to it. It literally, leisure means when you get around to it. It doesn't, according
First
to them.
off, you're not hot. You could be handsome if you keep dropping a few lbs.
I mean,
you lost some.
I mean, angry. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it. What?
I gave you a real ashtray too.
I know you gave me a real ashtray, but I like the little pie tin.
Mini fucking chicken pot pie tin.
It's not a chicken pot pie. I believe it was a pecan pie. But neither here nor there. These people are costing me money out the ass because I go over there 16 days after I was supposed to go over there and talk to them about this, which just happened to be 13 days after they said I should come by at my leisure.
And it also was 13 days after I told you to go over there.
That's true, okay?
Because for some reason, Taika Watiti is Keith Ray's fucking secretary.
Look, I didn't get the email. They sent it to the person who doesn't even fucking live here anymore.
I know you're fucking making some kind of weird show or whatever you're doing, and you think you're a big shot director. I'm fucking mainstay in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not taking your fucking emails and your calls.
I see. I understand what you're doing.
You're my
here.
bitch boy.
I see what you're doing. It's best boy.
Bitch boy.
I know what you're doing here. You're like, I bought this fucking amazing camera, and actually 2 more on the way. I have the ability to film something as cinematically appealing as The Godfather. You are just claiming to be a director now, like as some kind of weird identity thing. Like you were you always a director in your heart?
I'm from South Africa.
And you can seamlessly go back and forth between this ridiculous accent and your normal voice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like gender fluidity. Like you're 1 minute you're the South African guy, 1 minute you're my brother who you've always been.
As Popeye would say, I am is what I am. And I am fucking Taika Watiti. I don't take shit.
What I'm saying is, we're both taking shit here because we were supposed to be able to get the fuck away from this place and start doing our podcast in a safe location.
I am away.
Yeah, you're away. I'm living here, listening to the fucking rat-a-tat-tat, and every time I think there's going to be some young kid down there on the fucking street learning to tap dance, fucking getting his jazz hands on, but no, it's a deuce unloading.
Dude,
somebody trying to drive the fuck out of here.
Gregory Hines the 7th doesn't live here, okay?
One could dream, that would be nice. And then
one could dream. They could be walking down the sidewalk, dreaming, and get hit in the head with a fucking baseball bat, and then shot. Because you got to make sure.
Look, so this brings me to the point where I'm back.
Well,
I'm talking to the ladies, right? Or the lady, because they send the one out that's tough as fuck. She lives here in the neighborhood, or as she put it, on property. And I'm talking with her.
Humble brag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, I want to get out of here. It's been really terrible living here. It really sucked that you fucking told me that I now owe you a bunch of money because I did something as prescribed at my earliest leisure, which is yesterday. But I went home, I did a little research, and I saw your fucking misleading bullshit and how it's fucking buried in the fucking contract and how we are just beholden to this bullshit. And if we don't pay, they'll send it to collections on us. You know what I'm saying? Which that could affect your credit. It wouldn't affect mine, which is already either non-existent or in the shitter. How many thousands of dollars must you default on before you have bad credit? I'm only assuming.
You don't need good credit to live in a dumpster.
I don't want to live in a dumpster. I wanted to live in a camper that I was going to pay cash for, but now they want my fucking camper cash to keep staying here at this fucking bullet riddled inn.
Keith is going to turn his camper into a dumpster and then live in it and turn it into a house.
Well, I told the lady I was really unhappy with the fact that they didn't tell me until after the 60-day notice was up. And in that email where they said come by at your earliest leisure, they also didn't say anything about this 60-day notice at all. They just remind us of our move-out date, and if we don't move out by then, our rent's going to be $3,400, which I was like, well, of course I'm going to move out before it becomes that, and I'm going to tell them with plenty of advance, about 40 days advance, apparently. Not enough. It's a breach of contract, which they didn't mention at all in the email. And they also didn't mention that there was going to be gunshots all the time when we were moving in. They were just, here's the fucking crappy lake with garbage in it. Here's the fucking...
That's why they give the tours during the day.
Yeah, no fucking shit. And I said to her, I go,
the guns come out at night.
You didn't tell me about any of this shooting when you raised the rent on us upon the day of the lease signing.
Here's the most important things. I'm not paying any extra money. And nothing is going on my credit. So
I know, I'm fucked.
The equal sign in between that, or the thing on the other side of the equal sign and that, is you got some work to do.
Well, I called her out on the whole shootings thing, and
but
she was like, I live on property, and it's not like there's shootings every night. And
half the time it ain't even my gun.
I was like, it's not every night, it's every week. And she had just gone
Someone literally got murdered. Yeah. Like the first week.
Yeah, we have documented proof. Go back to episode 1 of the Winter Raisin Force podcast.
What was it called? Is no longer living. Like the way they worded it was
was shot and is now deceased.
Yeah, they tried the harder than anything to not say murdered.
Yeah. So anyway,
well, okay,
we're disputing about all these numbers, right? Like she's like, you come in here almost 3 weeks after the email, and I was like, it's 16 days, and she's like, yeah, almost 3 weeks, and I was like, well, you round up to a whole week after 2 days?
Yeah, 5 days is.
I think you got to be 4 days for it's almost a week.
2 weeks and 2 days is it's not 3 and. That's not 2.5. Yeah.
I was like, I don't like your math on that because it's really 2 weeks and 2 days. Just say what it is. Don't almost 3 weeks me.
Well, you know what?
Tell me it's almost 3 fucking weeks. 16
days. If you would have went when I told you, they probably would have just smoothed it all out.
You're right. And it's
so I'm blaming you and them. They're scumbags.
But here's where it gets funny.
And
right?
you can't walk 20 feet.
Yeah, the office is right across from the apartment.
Okay, well,
it looks pretty bad.
What I'm going to do for you, for my little brother, I'm going to install a chair that'll take you down the stairs, and I'm going to get you a rascal scooter that can drive you 10 feet to the office.
Okay.
So that all of your new dealings with them will run much smoother. And you can smoke as slow as those chairs go. You could probably smoke 4 cigarettes by the time you get to the door.
Listen, so I get to the point with the whole...
you won't be choking.
I get her to concede that 16 days is not almost 21 days. It's almost 14 days. But
yeah, it's closer to... I'll give you that. It's closer to 2 weeks than... 3 weeks.
But then she gets me all wound up again when she starts talking about how the shootings aren't a big deal because she lives here and she quote, sleeps like a baby. And I said to her, I go, really? Because there's all these real babies that live here. And me thinking about them getting hit with a bullet coming down
Here's the other
doesn't
thing.
leave me sleeping like a fucking baby.
I never liked that saying to begin with because babies are known for getting up at night. Like, that's the main reason why you don't want to have a baby.
Yeah. You sleep like a baby
because
or
then
you
you
wake up
don't get
screaming?
Like, new parents don't get sleep because their baby's got them up all night.
Yeah.
So that makes no sense.
But regardless,
And babies can sleep in a crib, and a bullet that was meant for some dude on the street, you just burnt your shirt. Some bullet that was meant for some dude in the parking lot ends up in that baby's crib because
it's not bulletproof.
And you know, when you hold the gun like this, it doesn't usually. It's harder to aim.
It's harder to aim.
But
either way, should any of the adults in this community sleep easy with all the shooting?
Yeah, what are we, fucking Chicago?
Well, I just don't I just don't understand how she could have such a lack of empathy.
Shouldn't be okay with gun violence in your.
Yeah.
And is she wearing it as a badge of honor?
I sleep like a baby. I go, well, I don't, because I'm worried about all these babies.
Maybe you don't care about people shooting around.
And myself. I'm worried about myself getting hit with one of these bullets. And I go,
well, don't be a pussy.
I go, hey, when there's shootings almost every night, and she goes, they're not almost every night. Remember, I live here. And I was like, well, they're every week, which is, to you, every night, round up to every week. You know, if you round up, if it's a couple nights a week, to them, that's every night. I'm just going by their rounding system. If one time a week somebody shoots a fucking gun, then all week long there was shootings. That's how, like, if I didn't come into the office for 16 days, that is 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just operating under their order of operations here. I'm playing by their algebra.
But you only got to stay an extra 19 days. So, I mean, that's like only almost 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to meet with the property manager. I got it. I'm exhausted from I've been this angry since I found out about this shit. It just fucking drives me nuts. I don't understand why they have to extort money out of us when all we want to do is leave.
Well, like I said,
are they going to be showing the apartment with me living in it?
My pronouns are I and me. Us has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, if we can get off of hundreds of dollars listings.
I'm just saying, vengeance will be mine, okay?
Oh, you're a big guy? Big tough guy crumpling up papers now?
Oh, well, that's all that was all the stuff I got to it. So,
and you had a whole page of notes just for being mad at the landings?
Yeah. And then I knew to close with vengeance will be mine.
Oh, hey.
So stay up to date on this fucking ongoing feud with the landings at 56th Street.
Isn't there one of our frauds. 30 or so followers that actually watches this stuff? Isn't he like a crazy stalker?
Yeah.
Of you?
Well, he's not a stalker of me. One of them is like a friend of mine. His name's Mike Wolf. He watches every episode.
Oh shit!
He's a famous
out people by name.
Famous sculptor, you know. But he likes to get online and do like weird shit, you know.
Hold on, did you say a famous sculptor?
Yeah, he does stuff for like the movie studios and stuff.
If I look up his name, will he have a Wikipedia?
I bet you Mike Wolf Sculptor is on the internet as something. I don't know if he's got a Wikipedia. Do you have to have a Wikipedia to
Anyways, the point of it is Keith Ray
do some sabotage on their social media
at 56.
Yeah.
If you want to come kill him, good luck because you'll be dodging bullets on the
way in. Yeah. Come and get me, motherfuckers.
But anyway, like I said, to get off of talking about the stupid real estate shit.
I'm just
Like,
fucking
dude,
mad, dude. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I had to get
I
it
know,
out.
You want to live in a dumpster. It'll happen 20 days later now. Get over it. To important news.
Yeah, what's going on?
I identify as Taika Watiti. I'm no longer John Ray.
Well, so what's
I want attention, and I've changed myself into a completely different person.
But you're wearing virtually the same outfit that you wear all the time.
Yeah,
you got the tailor-made
Adidas slides and
yeah.
Adidas athletic shirt, cargo shorts.
Can I show you my new slippers, dude? Fucking sick, right?
Actually, those are nice.
Fur lined, bro.
Yeah,
$17.99.
Perfect for summer.
$17.99. Well, I'm keeping this place on chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that electric bill's in my name. So
yeah, that's almost as much as the fucking extra rent they were going to charge.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. At least I can default on that bill. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't cut me off before I leave.
If it's not
it's just in my name, bro.
Do whatever you want. Because I'm not having my credit fucked up for having the most expensive storage unit in the country.
I don't know. I bet you some storage units are pretty expensive, you know. But either way, this fucking bullshit's almost over.
Yeah, I got movies to worry about. Hanging out with Chris Hemsworth tomorrow.
Well, just because you identify as this person doesn't mean you actually get to do the same things that they do.
I'll probably just eat some mushrooms and watch Ragnarok.
Oh, okay. So you've been eating a lot of mushrooms and watching these movies. So you're like starting to hallucinate that you're actually the director of these films.
Listen here, dude, Doug. I do what I want. Yeah, I'm debating it. If I want to eat some tonight.
Well,
yeah, I mean, Saturday nights are for fighting, you know. Like, usually,
they're all right for fighting, John.
Yeah.
You get a little action in, oh yeah. Or I think it's all right.
Well, I'm more into movies
than Elton John songs. Although Elton John was a hell of a songwriter, you have to admit, like some of those songs.
He didn't write the fucking songs.
He wrote some of them.
He wrote the fucking music. Barry Taupin or whatever wrote the smoking cigs in here, man.
Yeah, dude. The fucking
blow it over there.
It's about moving.
Anyway, so like, yeah, I like to, Saturdays get a bottle of champagne, drink that, and eat, a few grams, mushrooms, fucking eat some cookies. Wake up on the floor the next day, and it's like, yeah, I watched a couple Marvel movies, or I'll watch the fucking animal videos.
Oh yeah, like Our Planet.
Fuck yeah,
Attenborough.
Shout out to David Attenborough. But I don't know, I'm kind of tired.
Yeah, I don't ever like to trip when I'm tired. When I'm tired, it's like halfway through, I'm like, oh, I wish I could just go to bed.
I might just chill tonight. Yeah.
It's better to have like some natural energy, You don't want to pop a bunch of anything all jacked up on caffeine either, because then when you crash off the caffeine, you're like, oh, it can really kind of throw a wrench in the works,
That's why I like the champagne though too. Fucking when you eat some mushrooms and just fucking sipping on champagne. Fucking chilling, dude, like, because you're not getting, like, sloshed on fucking liquor, but you still just have something to kind of rock you to sleep,
Yeah, you're chilling on something.
Cradle you like a little baby.
Well, like one bottle of champagne for seasoned drinkers like us, I mean, that's not really enough to have us all fucking fucked up or anything like that. It's more of a mellow buzz, That's like a night off drinking. Yeah,
that's what I mean, because I don't want to just get hammered. I want to fucking eat the shit.
Yeah, you want to get the
Fucking
effects.
Eat those fucking cookies too. Fucking like eat like 150, 200 milligrams. Fucking like 2.5, 3 grams. It's fucking perfect.
I ate some mushrooms out in L.A. during the riots, and I was laughing like
The Rodney King
uncontrollably.
riots?
No, the 2020 riots.
Oh.
And
GF, rest in peace.
I was like really, I don't know. There was a lot of fireworks going off like all the time, so
you feel right at home.
it wasn't fun. But I ate these mushrooms and my buddies were making me laugh. Like, I mean, it seemed like one guy would say one thing, I'd laugh hysterically. The next guy would reply to him. And so I'm kind of spinning off in this laugh. And I went back to my room and sat down for a minute. And then I experienced what I can only describe as paralysis for like maybe 2 hours. One of my roommates came back and was like, "Hey, are you all right?" And I couldn't answer him. I was just laying there unable to speak. Like my eyes, like you hear about people that get anesthesia, but they don't like their body goes under, but their brain's still there all the way.
Sort of like how I'm starting to feel right now.
It was like
this
that.
Is
Have you ever
terribly boring?
Have you ever had like a bad trip like that where it's like, I don't know, you feel
Not really.
like gone and
I never really had bad trips.
like lost control or anything like that?
I just always loved it, man. Like, but I don't know. I'm weird. Like, I love to do the shit and just lay in bed and fucking by myself.
It's not necessarily a
But
terrible
I
trip
also
unless
like to do this
feel
shit
like you can't
where
move.
fucking get naked and jump in the fucking pool and shit. I mean, that was fucking years ago. In high school and shit. But, you know, like, first time I ever did acid was at a fucking concert. It was fucking nuts. Pearl Jam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
What year was
and
that?
They, 2001, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or 2000, maybe. But it was, this year was like when they put all their packaging in like cardboard and like they had that shit with Ticketmaster and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
But they came out with every concert that they did that year, they came out with on CD. So I had the fucking double disc of the concert that I went to.
Oh, that's
which was
what's
dope
up.
as fuck. And it was a dope show. But it's fucking nuts, dude. Like, went over to my buddy's house, fucking getting high and shit. We're like, oh, we're all going to fucking, going to Pearl Jam. I didn't have tickets yet, but we're in the garage getting high. Somebody had some sugar cubes, just fucking vile acid, like pure shit, the best shit. And I had already done shrooms. I hadn't done acid though. But anyway, so then one of our buddies shows up. He rolls under the garage because it's like so high, you know.
Oh, okay. You
And
got it
he's
partially open.
Hey, I got some extra tickets. Who needs tickets? I was like, right here, dude. You know, let's do it. And these are older dudes, like, and it was my buddy, his older brother, and then the dudes in his older brother's grade. But that's like who we were tight with, just our crew, you know. But it was fucking crazy. Like me, and my buddy Ryan, who was the older brother. Maybe one other dude took the acid.
So you guys are already tripping on mushrooms, and then you take some acid.
No, I mean, I had already taken mushrooms before that night.
Oh, okay.
That was the first time I took acid.
Oh, the first time you ever took it, you went to Pearl Jam?
Yeah. No, but it's so crazy, dude. And this is like when fucking Noblesville, it was at Deer Creek back then, was Noblesville wasn't nearly as developed as it is now. It was all fucking cornfields and shit.
Oh, okay.
But so the fucking we're fucking walking around, me and Ryan were fucked up, like we were smoking the best weed too back then. We had fucking dope ass weed, but it was fucking, especially for Indiana back then.
Yeah.
Like,
we suffered many a year with not the best marijuana.
It was before OG Kush and Purple Kush and your dick hangs low Kush and all that shit. This was just Kush.
Okay.
That's all. It was the original OG Kush. Like, that's all it was with Kush. There was no prefixes. They didn't have any fucking pronouns. It was fucking old school. But we were fucked up and fucking, we saw fucking little people. Fuck it. We saw midgets. We saw midgets.
Yeah, while you were tripping.
And we were fucking.
Did you know if they were real?
No, it was real. Like,
okay,
so multiple, but not together.
Yeah, these weren't children.
I mean, it's Pearl Jam, so yeah, everybody wants to come out, but
it was just it seemed like an inordinate amount of little people.
Yeah, it's like the fucking Doors album cover. Fucking like shit was crazy. Then it fucking rained, but everybody stayed. Dude, and Eddie Vedder was like, he says this speech and shit where he's like, yeah, we were in Nashville last night, and it felt like hell. So Indianapolis feels like heaven. Or says this shit, and we're fucking like, oh, well, you said that. It's fucked up. But then, dude, then we fucking leave the concert, and we're packed in like a Honda Civic with fucking like 4 dudes in the back.
I love how he was like, he couldn't help but like shit on the last gig. Like he wanted to, he wants to say something like to uplift you guys and say like, hey man.
But you could tell he really meant it. Like he did not like Tennessee.
Great audience. I love you guys. And he's trying to do it all cool in that like
he's
rock star way. Like, I want you guys to know.
I feel like I'm in Seattle again when I'm here because Tennessee is really racist.
Yeah, Tennessee sucks. But you guys are great, you know. Like he's trying to be cool about it too.
Shit, if I still have this, I don't know if I still have the CDs, but it was nuts. But then when we're leaving the concert, we're all fucked up. Like,
yeah, Honda Civic.
The dude driving isn't on acid, but he's high as hell.
This is 99, 98.
Not 98. It was like 2000, I think.
Like 2000. Okay.
But
just trying to get an image for the car. Got carpet seating.
But then we get we're driving through Noblesville, and there's sparse neighborhoods, but like I said, it's like fucking still a lot of farmland too.
Yeah.
But we see fucking lights, and we're like, oh shit. But it's a fucking fire truck.
Oh shit.
And another fire truck. And another, and we fucking followed the fire trucks to the fire and fucking watched the fire on acid and shit.
That is Indiana boredom at its peak. Like you leave the concert, it's amazing, but then what? Well, we might as well follow a fire truck.
No, it's not that.
We're still going.
That's a fucking wild thing. I mean, it was a fucking big house, like probably back then maybe a $200,000 house. Like it was when they first started building houses up there in neighborhoods, and it was in full flames. Like it was something fucking cool to see. Like we told them to follow it. We were like, but it wasn't out of boredom, dude. We did a lot of shit back then.
I just mean like, you know, you're underage kids. You get out of the show. You got this energy. You're still fucking rolling on this acid. still tripping balls. You're like, let's fucking follow the fire truck. I love that. That's fucking.
Yeah.
That's the way people ought to live, you know. And just kind of go with it. You got to go with it when you're tripping. That's the key. Something in your heart said, follow that fire truck and watch the destruction. You know.
The weird, crazy story.
Well, I don't know. No, I never saw anything burned down on acid. I saw a lot of things burned down drunk.
Yeah, like 50 billion cigarettes.
Well, yeah, but also I've seen I saw a tire fire look like a fucking jet engine one time.
And you were like, damn, I really would have liked to have lived in that.
It was big enough. It was fucking big. It was not big enough to
If
live
those
in.
tires
but
weren't on fire, I would definitely live in them.
But what you could do with the tires, the recycle value was through the roof on this thing. And this guy burned. It was just one tire, and it was big. You know, like for a combine or something. And it killed this tree. And because he had it too close to the tree, too far underneath the canopy of this tree, and it torched up like it looked like a fucking jet engine. And I was like, this is just wrong. Like, I don't like this at all. I don't want to be a party to the burning of this massive fucking tire. But I will say, when it finally caught and it went all jet engine, it was pretty intense. It was more it was more entertaining than your average firework, as far as something to behold.
Probably had to be there.
Yeah. Probably had to be there. That's the name of this episode.
Yeah, no shit. But back to what I was saying, I don't know if I want to shroom tonight or not. Because all I got left is like a bunch of fucking stems. And Shroom Fest is coming up in like 3 weeks.
We need to get more shrooms.
That's what I'm saying though. Is like, do I want to eat them to get rid of them? So I gotta buy a new fresh bag. Because I always just fucking eat the fucking caps too quick. But or do I want to not?
Yeah, the caps are the choice pieces.
Or do I not want to do them for a few weeks? So my tolerance is down for Shroom Fest.
That's an interesting point. I will say though, like,
I mean, I'll just buy another bag anyway. Fuck it.
Well,
I'll eat them.
Now
They don't go bad.
the caps
They're
might
already
be
bad.
the sweet choice pieces, but like some of the best trips I've ever had have been off the dust.
I like that.
The dust is the jam.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Hell yeah.
not hating on stems. I'm not
This might be
speaking ill
the
of the
smartest
caps.
thing that you've ever said in your life.
But mushroom dust, if you put that on a peanut butter sandwich, whoo, that's a good night.
Yes.
One time we were doing
Just put it in a glass of orange juice.
One time we were doing dust sandies, and
Dude, I've had some bomb ass trips off it. I mean, I keep big bags of mushrooms all the time, so my dust is more than most people's dust. But dude, when that's all you got left, and you fucking
those are some of the best trips.
and you don't have to fucking chew that shit.
None of it gets caught in your teeth.
No, you do get fucked up off of that shit.
One time,
Maybe I'll just. I'm probably got a good enough amount of dust already.
You're like, I inspired you. You're going a different route now. Then you're really gonna want to be like, well, it's just
Got a mortar and
you're gonna stick
pestle
with
too. I'll just
stems.
make it all dust.
That's an idea. But when we ate dust one time, this was at Ball State. It was my friends had I'd already left and moved to Indianapolis, but they had a house on campus. And I went and stayed with them, and they had this area out in front of their house where they had just been throwing beer bottles all year and breaking them in the street so no one could park right in front of their house, including them. But it was just like a pastime for them to break these beer bottles in the street.
All I heard was, I knew these retards, and they did retarded shit.
Well, anyway, one of them gave me a nice peanut butter sandwich full of dust, and then we proceeded to do whippets while tripping. Like, waited for the peak.
And now I understand how they were.
And they had the fucking whipped cream can, Steve-O style, so you could put like 3 charges in that motherfucker and then just blast off and go completely out of body. It was very similar to the first DMT trip I had.
I should have just gave you like $20 and said, "Here, hit me in the head with a blunt object over and over."
Well,
I would like to be stupid the rest of my life.
We went outside after we're tripping for a little bit and saw the lights hitting all those broken bottles in the street. And it was fucking awesome, man. It was like the Aurora Borealis right there on fucking Dill Street in Muncie. It was like...
Just sweep it into that tire fire and throw it all in your dumpster house and use it as heat. To keep you warm.
Yeah. Have a little incinerator in there for all my memories.
When you move back from California, you're like, it's October, it's 65 degrees, it's so cold. Now you keep this place at like 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, I like it cold. And it has been hot lately.
You like those big utility bills too.
Yeah. I don't like... Well, I thought the big utility bill was not going to be that big of a deal, but then they were like, hey, you're in violation of contract, and we didn't mention it at all. So, yeah, I think people are going to stay tuned and find out next week how my meeting with the property manager goes. Because I already made a face mask that says, kill all capitalist pigs. I'm considering... getting a fake tattoo because I found one of those fake tattoo machines and putting it on my face.
Fake tattoo machine?
Yeah, one of those ones like for the kids, you know? But it's
for
got
the
like...
kids.
Yeah, I figure I'd take one of those like cross tattoos, put it right on my face. Like I'm really starting to lose my mind over this whole thing. And we'll see if they change their fucking tune. Let me leave when I was supposed to leave. You know what I'm saying? They're holding me hostage here. I've been kidding.
Didn't you just get a real tattoo? Let's see that.
Oh man, the it's peeling real bad. But I got a butterface girl. It's funny. I showed this to our aunt, and she was like, "I don't get it," because it's got like just this kind of a plain smiley face, and our aunt was like, "I don't really get it." And I was like, "Well, she's a butterface girl. Everything looked good, butterface." And she's like, "She seems a little fat to me." That made me laugh. And I got this jug, but like I said, that's real peely right now. Doesn't look like it's going to, you know.
Let me know how hepatitis works out.
The guy that I got these from keeps a really clean shop, and his prices are reasonable. You know what I'm saying?
And by shop, you mean an empty dumpster?
No, it's not. No, he has a great like actual building where there's 3 tattoo artists. It's actually where I got my first tattoo. It was just a different artist. He's married to my good friend Teddy. His name's Rob. Nice guy. Anyway, yeah, I got some tattoos. Me and baby bro went and got tattoos for his birthday. He figured he needed a couple more.
He still needs to get that ranch bottle on his neck.
He does love some ranch dressing, and I'll tell you, now that he's doing real good, he got ranch in every room of the house. You know what I'm saying? Ranch on every surface.
Crazy.
I don't know, man. I just love it. You know, he loves to get tattoos, and I was like, I want to get you something for your birthday. how about some tattoos? And I've been meaning to get some, so we went and saw Rob and did the damn thing. I don't know. I sent a picture of it to my friend out in California. The artist that did this, and I used to hang out and drink together at a place in Echo Park where you kind of draw on they would lay down paper on the bar, and everybody would sit around drawing on the bar. It's called Sketch Party. And I just loved these silhouettes of women that this artist would do. And I was like, oh, man, I've got to get one of those someday. So this is a good excuse. You said you were thinking about getting a new tattoo?
Yeah, probably not.
Well, if I was to make a dumpster home, could I put it, like, on the side of your house?
No.
Well, like, because it's not like if you just have a random dumpster that nobody's paying for here in Indiana, it's not like Brooklyn where you just see random dumpsters everywhere. That's why the guy lives in a dumpster, because he lives in Brooklyn. He's trying to get out of paying fucking $4 grand.
He lives in a dumpster
rent.
because he wants to get on some stupid ass fucking Netflix show.
Okay, that might be. I didn't.
That motherfucker doesn't live in that shit. You fucking kidding me? Yeah, he has to move his pillow over to fucking take the lid off the shitter. Yeah. You think he fucking lives like that? Dude had fucking pillow. Like frosted tips looking like Guy Fieri and shit. Fucking, he ain't living in a dumpster.
Well,
it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, and I think you did mention earlier, like, where would he keep his welder? Because he seems
to
be doing
I welded this, I welded that, I welded it. So what, you fucking live in a dumpster, but you rent a fucking space to keep all your fucking shit you do all this work with in it? Like, where do you hide all your power tools that you're fucking modifying this dumpster?
Yeah, and all those dumpsters that you built for the homeless.
You live in a dumpster, but you have a fully stocked garage.
Maybe
I trimmed the tree above my dumpster with my fucking extended chainsaw that's fucking 9 feet long. Yeah, you fucking moron. You just fucking spent too much time modifying a fucking dumpster to get on a show.
Well, that's why
you got paid fucking probably $2,000 for fucking your time.
Yeah, you might have made scale. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever scale is.
I would hope it's low, because I really don't want anybody contributing to him gaining the money he wasted on this dumpster that nobody would ever want to live in.
If I see this guy on the street, I'll treat him like Joe Pesci treated the banker in fucking Casino.
Is that one of the people?
I'm going to come down to the bank. I'm going to hit him in the head with a baseball bat. And hopefully, when he's getting out of his coma, I'm getting out of jail. I'm going to go hit him in the head with a baseball bat again. Because you're fucking stupid as fuck for wanting to live in a dumpster. And I'll fucking throw him in a different dumpster that doesn't have all his modifications. It has actual trash. Because I don't give a fuck about jail. That's who I am.
All right.
Taika watiti out. I'm going to get some champagne, bitch.